Hey guys, it's Jen. I'm working with the Hungry JPEG and craft bundles. Alright, what we're going to do in this one is we're actually going to make a tumbler. So all we need is fonts. So let's go dig up some cool fonts. To do that, okay, right here is one that I have temporarily installed. Maybe I want something different. So what we're going to do is we're going to come over here while we are in the fonts in the library. Okay, if your library, has disappeared, come and click on the star in the library up at the top there, and that will pull this up. When you are in the font tab, come over here and click on that. It says load font. If you want to temporarily load a font, and what that means is the font will only be available to you while this session of your ScanNCuts a lot is open. When you exit, so too does that font file. This will allow ScanNCuts a lot to operate smoothly. If you have a lot of fonts loaded in ScanNCuts a lot, what that does is it slows it down, and frequently it will crash on you. Okay, so that's just something to think about. Now I am in the ScanNCuts a lot folder structure. And what I mean by that is I open my folder structure going through ScanNCuts a lot. Alright, so let's start taking a look at what we have here. Well, dust cloud. I don't know what that looks like. So in order to see what all of these look like, I'm going to open up my folder structure by clicking on the folder file explorer using my Windows computer. Okay, that will then allow me to take a look at all the different fonts that come inside. Okay, so here I have my folder structure starting to open for me. I'm going to come into the CraftBundle folder, into the huge holiday craft bundle. Click on my fonts, all fonts. Now, when I start opening these, that will not install them unless I command it to install. If I double click on this while I'm in the ScanNCuts a lot folder structure, yes, it will install. Okay, so that's kind of cool. Remember, what type of fonts do we want to install? Yes, the open type fonts. Let's check out Gabriella 1. Meh. Not bad. Oops, we skipped Gabriella 2. Let's see what she looks like. Okay. You already know what that one looks like from the other video. Octopus. Too stringy for me. We know what Oh Lively look like. Let's check out Pickles. That's the name of my kitty. Oh, that's cute. Okay. Reshuffle. We did take a look at what this one looked like. Let's take another look at this. Oh, now this one I really like. Okay, so I know I'm going to go grab that when I go back into ScanNCuts a lot. So right now it looks like I'll just grab Reshuffle and use that one. Oh, this one's nice too. So Reshuffle, Smith. We're taking a look at all of them that are available. And the last one's a bar. Okay. Alright, so I've seen all of them. I'm just going to slide that one down. So this is now my ScanNCuts a lot folder structure. So I'm going to come out here and let's go reshuffle. I'm going to grab my OTF, click it. Now this is a temporary load. Okay. I'm going to come back in here. Alright. Load. Maybe I'll grab something else that goes along with reshuffle. Like the swashes. Okay. Alright, so let's go grab reshuffle. Reshuffle. Let's take a look at the swashes while they're up here. What are you doing? This thing's got a mind of its own. Oh, look. So we got some pretty curls and swirls that we can use, too. Okay. Alright, so now let's get to working on our little tumbler here. Okay, so let me type something. Oh, I like that. Okay. So let me slide this down. I'm going to also work right here. This is the thing that will adjust because I hit the enter button. This will adjust the space between. Okay, and then I can also center them. Okay. And I think those look pretty well attached. Yeah. The E looks a little wonky, but I'm not caring. Oh, nope, I do not like the way that A sits. Because they're joined together, I do have to object ungroup so that I can move this one singly. Then I will also come in here, make sure these are attached, but I'm going to capture these and move them like that, okay? Once they're all safely where they need to be, maybe I'll bring these down and over a smidge. Same with these. Oops. Come on, little A. Because I would like to have them at least touch. Oh, that's going to have to work. Okay. So now I'm going to come up here and path union them so that they all stick together. Alright, I'm going to zoom out so I can see how big this is. Alright, so I've got 1, 2, I know I want to do at least 3, 4. But I also may want to plump up the thickness. To do that, I go over to the wrench, Style, Shadow Rounded. That gives me a 0.050. I know that's too much, and I can see that's too much. So I'm going to hand enter 0.020, and let's see. Much better. Okay. So I'm going to bring this up to the top. Back it off a little bit. Alright, I'm going to File, Export. There's my stick already. Oops. Change it to an FCM. Tumbler. Okay, so I'm going to cut this out of outdoor vinyl. Okay. Alright, so let's head to Canvas to do this. So here we are in Canvas. Well, I'm here to tell you, if you don't want to use the text that they give you here, and because this is online, again, you tend to wait a little while. If you don't want to use the text that's offered here, they do have what is called the TTF Converter, and I will go get that and show you how to use that. Okay, here is the Brother ScanNCut type converter. To get this converter, you must go to the Brother Solution Center where we get our updates from. I do have the page link on my Facebook page, so you can easily find it. But I really wish that they would link this into the actual Canvas site. That would be so extremely helpful for all you guys that use Canvas, okay? All right, so let's go find something that is loaded, because all of these fonts are TTFs that are installed onto my system. So let's see this. Oh crap, it helps if I... Alright, so yeah, that kind of looks good. Yep. So let's do a preview. That will allow me to make sure everything is okay. Alright, so I'm going to close. I'm going to click Save. And what this will do is this will save it as an FCM somewhere. So let's go to Documents, because I need to save this somewhere, and we're going to rename it, trust me. Oh, we're going to come here to our ScanNCut, and we're going to save LAKOTARAIDERS. And we're going to click Save. Okay? And the reason I can't just save that to my stick is because I need to explore it in here before I do that. Okay? Because sometimes if you take it to the machine and you try to weld it or unify it, bad things will happen to the centers of your letters. Okay? So let's go find it. Oh, let's find it. And let's bring it in here and try to tidy it up a bit by welding. Well, I don't want to weld that one because I need to move it down. So let's come here to Edit and Weld. Let's see. Oh, see, we lost the dadgum centers. So what I need to do is I need to click on this one. Can't actually click on that. I need to click on this one, move it out of the way, because I need to get the top and the bottom of the A. And what I mean by top and bottom is the hole and the outside structure. Whoa, that L went for a cruise, didn't it? Come on. Edit. Subtract. Let's see what that looks like. Okay. Now let's do the same for this. Edit. Subtract. Move that out of the way. Edit. Subtract. Edit. Subtract. Okay, so now let's put these back together. Ugh. Let me pull this down here so that when I increase the view, it's not going to go bye-bye on me. Because I have to be able to see this. No, a little too high there, Jen. Okay. So this, this was such a good idea, but when you have to subtract things so that your centers don't go away when you weld them, man, that kind of stinks. And then you got to deal with these big old blue things that just get in your way. That's frustrating. Okay, so now let's try it. I think I grabbed everything. Hang on. I have a tendency to miss holes and stuff like that. Come on, keep. Edit. Weld. There we go. All the holes stayed that time. Okay, so let me do this again. Let me show you again what happens when you weld without doing subtract. Your holes go bye-bye. See all those holes? They left. So undo it and then individually go in, edit, subtract, edit, subtract. Only on the ones with the holes. Edit, subtract. And yes, sometimes you can just click on it like this, but sometimes those holes are actually, oops, put together separately, which is kind of tricky. Edit, subtract, edit, subtract, and I think I forgot the R. Oops. No, 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 no. No. Edit, subtract. Lots of people will come in and try to do the whole thing as one, and a lot of times it doesn't work that way. Okay? You have to go through and subtract them all separately. Alright, so there is my Lakota Raiders all together, supposedly. I forgot. Gotta group them. Gotta group those. Edit, group. Now it's ready to be moved. I think this one's all okay. No. Forgot the L's not attached. Edit, group. Okay, so now let's align them. Let's do center and group. Okay. Let's see what the size is. We've got almost 3 by almost 4. So there we go. Edit. It's already grouped. I need to ungroup it, please. Can you please let me ungroup it? Okay, never mind. Alright, so now I'll name it. Okay. Oh, that bothers me. Okay. So we click on the computer one, and that will take us into our computer's folder structure. Okay. My stick is sitting there because it's plugged into the computer. So I'm just going to click Save. And that is now saved onto my stick, and it is ready to rock and roll over to the ScanNCut. And that is where we will be headed now. Alright? So thanks, guys. If you have any questions on how to make files for your tumblers or out of vinyl, whatever it may be, come and find me. Either you can ask questions here on this page, or you can find me over at ScanNCut Canvas and SCAL Help on Facebook. Thanks, guys.